It's beautiful, man. Welcome to the Eagle's Nest. Washington High School is one of the best high school venues to view a football game in the entire United States. By nature, eagles are a protective species, and this conclave of proud birds, by all means necessary, will do whatever it takes to protect and defend their home territory. When you see purple, no thought necessary. It can mean only one thing: the Galileo Lions have arrived on the scene. Nate Chenoweth strong-arms that sucker. Cease Riccio zigzags down inside the 5, first and goal to go Lions. Down here is where the yards get tough, but they don't come any tougher than Jan Sanchez Escobar. He takes a hit at the goal line and is into the zone of happiness. Galileo scores the first touchdown of the day. They lead 9-0, and that can mean only one thing: jump bump time with Cowboy Hat Coach. The Eagles with a sneaky little handoff to the man in motion, Quadir Jules, who will cause a commotion before this day is done. He stutter steps and goes into enemy territory. Multi-sport SF City baller Ezekiel White, read, react, and do your job. And that's a big hit, people. One more time, full speed, so you can see it, hear it, and feel it. That Lion defense was all about it in the first half. Lions up 9-0 into quarter number 3. Purple puts their faith in Alan Velasquez, and he's good from 37 yards out. Looks like it would have been good from 47. His second field goal of the day. 12-0 Purple midway through the third. And party people, it's a no. Turned into a yes. Tommy Comer takes matters into his own hand and feet and turned what could have been a disaster into a most positive 25-yard pickup. And he took you this far? Tommy the Bomber Comer, take us all the way there. Let me see your fireworks. He explodes into the end zone for the Eagles' first touchdown of the afternoon. And the kid is thinking ahead. He wants him to go for 2. And the coaches concur. Oh, let me see your firework. And that is a collision. Tommy the Bomber Comer and the Eagles are now within 4, 12-8, midway through the third quarter. Spotlight in the sky. Who you got love for today? Pedro Santiago. Power, check. Technique, check. Mean old disposition. Check. You gotta have all 3. You want to come correct. And what kind of madness is this? Back-to-back spotlights in the sky? I'm just crazy like that. It's DeAndre Dempsey's time to shine. He's a creepin' and gone. No chance whatsoever. And I heard him in the stands murmuring, he's offsides. But nah, the kid just timed it up perfectly. Let's slow it down to 10%. The ball is on one side of the 35. DeAndre is on the other side of the line when it's snapped. And there you go. That's how that story goes. But honestly, it's rare when you get that kid, QB Nate Chenoweth. Well, he's a slippery little devil out there, pilgrims. And it's not a fluke. Yo, check out the video show you want to see the proof. His ability to throw on the run is next level mind-boggling. The first thing he has to do is evade the oncoming rushers. Then, with everything bouncing around in his vision while he's on the move, he's got to spot the open receiver. He has to square up and without a plant foot, deliver the ball accurately, which he does. That's a 30-yard throw on the money between 4 defenders. And do not forget about the receiver, Anthony Abando, who keeps moving, finds the open spot, makes the grab, and makes the play complete. Into the 4th and vinyl, we are spinning to see who's going to do the winning. Galileo clinging to that 4-point lead. Tommy Comer, come on down. Show these people what you got. He got moves, man. He got moves. I've seen a lot of good running backs in my day, but this kid has a style all his own. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Shoulder pads busting out. Losing his shoe and a button or two. That's your Washington schoolhouse rock and roll right there. Mason Fong on the jet sweep. He's gonna make one man miss. And then this. Purple Pain, Prince would be proud. Cease, Ricio, trying to remove the man's head from his body. That sure did look like it hurt. But if it did, Mason ain't letting it show. He pops right back up like hot corn. That's one of them tough-ass city kids right there. And this 4th quarter is just big play after big play. Example, sample, Samson's defense. And I heard him in the stands, murmuring, that's pass interference. Well, let's check it out in loco slow-mo and you tell me if I'm wrong. Birick Sampson breaks on the pass. That's a bang-bang play. So let the poppers pop and the breakers break and the players play. Let the kids decide the outcome. Anyway, that's just too close for a zebra to get involved with a lion. Under 4 minutes now. Wash with a 4th and 9 from their own 43. They go trips left, but that's just to trip them up. Keep your eye on the arrow of truth. Santiago splits the blockers and says hello to Mr. Comer in the backfield. And his boys come along to help finish the job. Mahid Bawi and Abner Guevara ain't missing out on no party. If the Lions can now manage a few first downs, they can run off the clock in its entirety. Nate doing how he do. Ricio secures it. They get the 1 first down, but no more. Washington with hope. 1 timeout, 30 seconds on the clock, and 51 yards to travel. Quadir with some open field to work with. And that's a tackle, baby. That is a tackle. Ricio killing it. All over the field. You'd think that there was more than one of them out there. He comes storming in like a human missile and shuts that play down. The Eagles take their last time out with under 20 seconds left. Mertz stands tall in the pocket and throws up the sideline, and have no fear, Quadir is here. Savoir-faire is everywhere. Snatcho, presto, he's got it. Equally important, he's out of bounds to stop the clock. 10 seconds left. At the 10. Down 4. And it is getting interesting now. Roy Mertz, stand and deliver. Corner fade is the play. Quadir Jules is the man. Game over. Look, sometimes everybody does their job, but not everybody comes out on top. That's just the nature of the beast. That's how this whole thing is. That's how this whole thing works. Roy Mertz is a 10th grader. It's amazing he's the starting QB on the VAR squad, and it's even more astounding how he handles this high-pressure situation, placing it perfectly high in the corner of the end zone where only his guy can go and get it. And look at the 2 defenders. One up top, one down low, draped all over him like paint on a wall. And of course, Jules, shining like a diamond in the sky, looking like D1 material to me. And it feels so good. like nothing else in this world. I know it. I've been there. And it hurts so bad, like nothing else in this world. I know it. I've been there. All you can do is get up and keep your head up. That's why I say what I say. Respect goes to the players. Dramaticus, the mostest for the Eagles, who scored 14 unanswered second half points, covering 42 yards in the last 2 plays to score the winning TD with just 5 seconds left on the clock to snatch the victory from the jaws of defeat, just the way they taught me to say it at my sports journalism class at the prestigious Everett Middle School. I got a C- in that class, by the way. They called your number, obviously, twice at the end of the game. Just tell me how that feels when you know that you're the guy they're going to turn to.
It was definitely nerve-wracking, but I knew I could do it, so I was ready. I was definitely confident in myself. We just had to make a good run, make a good drive. We got players like Tommy Comer giving us good speeches, putting our confidence up.
Obviously, that was a tough loss.
Tough loss.
What are you going to do as a leader to keep your team in this whole thing, still make the playoffs?
Just the same thing that we've been doing. Get back Monday, work as hard as we ever have, go through the motions again. I mean, we came really close, came down to one play against a really good team. And I have no doubt that we're going to come back in Monday and we're going to work harder than any other team to make the playoffs and to ultimately try to win a championship. We believe we can do special things against any team in the city.
Did you play football before high school?
I did not. My first year ever playing football was my sophomore year of high school, and I've just been building since then.
So, it's hard to believe that you're at your skill level, but you only started as a sophomore. Like, how did you put that all together?
Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I loved playing schoolyard football my whole life, and I learned it took some time. It doesn't translate. Being on the field and being inside the pocket, having to make reads, make plays is a much tougher thing. But I try to work as hard as anybody, and I try to work on my craft nonstop and to make myself the best player I can be.